Welcome back to the main event. You're watching Poker Listings, and this is Day 2B. We're here to bring you all the action, so stay tuned for bust outs, chip counts, an interview we did with Seinfeld star Jason Alexander, and a short chat with 2010 main event runner-up John Racener. You're watching Poker Listings, brought to you by Party Poker. The second Day 2 heat of this year's main event is done, and just over 1,000 players survived. Tomorrow will be the first day that the entire main event field will be in one place at the same time. And we'll do our best to hack that number down to the 693 that are getting paid. Heading into Day 3, number 1 in chips is 2011 bracelet winner Ben Lamb. This guy's made over $1.3 million already this summer, highlighted by winning the 10K PLO Championship. Also on the leaderboard are online crushers Kevin Saul and Ryan D'Angelo, not to mention poker hero Patrick Antonius. And plenty of players hit the bricks today, including former main event champ Joe Hashem and past November Niners Matt Jarvis and Darvin Moon. So those are the numbers for the day. Now we're going to check in with a guy you might remember from the 2010 main event.
Obviously last year was like my biggest year of my career so far. It was an awesome run. It's going good this year too so far. I started day one off really slow, like 10,000 after the first level. The whole tournament I was getting a little nervous, especially after getting second last year, but now I'm doing pretty well. I got like 120,000 on the second break of day 2. After going through like the 10 days of last year of this tournament, I think I have a little bit of an advantage this year. I know what it's going to take, I also know I don't have to be really aggressive. I don't have to worry about getting chips right now and stuff like that. As long as I stay a little above average or around average and wait for my rush, I know that's all I have to do. Aside from the money, when I think about last year's main event, I guess I think about the hand three-handed when Duhamel and Chong, went at it, and I squeaked into second place, and the big money jump on it. That was big. And then also on day 4 or 5, I played a really big hand for a big pot. It was my biggest pot of probably my life. I had queens and the guy had aces, and I hit a queen. I wasn't all in, but it was still a huge pot for me and big money. Just to last long as possible and make a deep run, that would mean a lot to me. And to make the November 9 would be just awesome again. That would just be awesomest poker accomplishment ever, I think. Everyone tells me, they're like, if one person could do it, I think you could do it.
The poker circuit has unicorns exploding from it. At least, that's what they want you to believe. C'est bullshit. This is the real circuit, a visual orgasm, Uncle, orgasm of trash cans, shit-stained hotel rooms, and your favorite poker faces. Mesdames et messieurs, en direct au Hôtel de Rio, je voudrais présenter the circuit.
The road for me is more like a movie location where you sit down away from home for, anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months. It's always a dangerous place because you leave reality behind. I've seen marriages go, I've seen fortunes go, I've seen health go, I've seen careers go. Nothing good happens on the road. It's a bad place. You don't want the road. Yeah, it's the poker world and the guys that do this and travel around doing it. It's the cast of a Fellini film. They're pretty strange guys. For the most part, they're pretty wonderful guys. They're all really interesting. 8 out of 10 of them are really bright. They all come from amazingly different backgrounds, from guys who are driving trucks to kids who are, a year into college and drop out so they can play on the internet for, 12, 15 hours a day, to guys like Doyle, who was playing this game when there were guns at the table, and for the most part, it's a very eclectic, interesting, smart, funny, great stories, but a great group of people. Some of the best nights I've ever had in my life. The reason I play the game is not because I think I'm going to win, but for a relatively inexpensive price, it's the best entertainment in the world.
If you're interested in hearing more from Jason Alexander, check out the full version of that interview in our WSOP section. Now we're going to check in with a couple of UK players that are here for the main event.
I think you've seen a lot of good UK players because of a lot of the players travel around quite a lot. There's 30, 40, 50 of us, and we're always talking hands, always discussing stuff.
Well, we've always got Neil Channing. He's short, but he played this back in the horseshoe, and he has so much experience at this event. He also has a lot of experience in playing sort of amateur players, which a lot of the pros kind of take for advantage, I think, some of the young kids.
Neil Channing, he's like an old guy, but he's
good at min catching. Matt Perrin, unbelievable.
Jake Cody.
Yeah, Jake Cody, Matt Perrin.
One to watch.
There's quite a few tournaments in the UK that like a lot of like the good UK players play when there's like not EPTs on and stuff. So, and it's like obviously the UK is not that big, so like most of those players come to that. So there's always people just like discussing and stuff.
Compared to like America, our sort of team of players are so close knit and within the very small area that they kind of all know each other. So we end up supporting and following each other, and they, afterwards they share hands, and it's like a little circle. So back home, these guys will be sharing strategies and stuff.
That's it for us on day 2B of this year's main event. Join us tomorrow for more action as we take one step closer to the final table.